Hello, today we'll be talking about Glameow. Its previous BYC dates are May 2nd, 1997, February 21st, 2000, December 12th, 2002, October 2nd, 2005, July 23rd, 2008, May 14th, 2011, March 4th, 2014, December 23rd, 2016, October 14th, 2019, and August 4th, 2022. I must know Glameow as one of the Pokémon of Johanna in the Gen 4 era of the anime. I also know it as one of the Pokémon I encountered in my original playthrough of Pokémon Pearl. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Glameow, the catty Pokémon, whose number is 0-431. This is what it looks like. Its type is normal, ability is limber or own tempo, keen eyes, it's an ability. Gender ratio is 25% male and 75% female. Catch rate is 190 or 35.2%. Breeding is egg group field, hatch time 20 cycles, height is 1 foot 8 or 0.5 meters, weight is 8.6 pounds or 3.9 kilograms, base experience yield is 71 in Gen 4 and 62 in 5+, leveling rate is fast, EVO is 1 in speed, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokédex color is gray, and base friendship is 70. Glameow is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves to Perugly starting at level 38. Biology, Glameow is a gray feline Pokemon with a slender physique. It has a crescent-shaped head with 2 white-tipped ears. It also has a white muzzle, a small black nose, pink eyelids, yellow eyes with blue irises, and 2 rows of thin whiskers. Its neck has a ruff-like fringe, and its legs have similar fringes. Its feet are tipped with white and have pink paw pads on the underside. It has a long, curled, spring-like tail and a white fluff at the tip of it. Glameow has sharp claws and a powerful helical tail, and its eyes are capable of using hypnotic powers. It tends to be spiteful, fickle, and even cowardly, having a tendency to hook its claws into the nose of its trainer if it's not fed. When it's happy and purring with affection, it demonstrates movements with its tail, like a dancing ribbon. As it has a domesticated quality, it tends to appear in urban areas. Glameow is rather popular amongst trainers due to its fickle nature. Glameow is also known to be a very cunning opponent to face in battle, which occurs only if it was provoked. Because of its craven nature, Glameow has a high chance of fleeing trainers when encountered in the wild. Evolution, Glameow, Perugly. Game data, Pokédex entries. In Gen 4 and Diamond. It claws if displeased and purrs when affectionate. Its fickleness is very popular among some. Pearl. With its sharp glare, it puts foes in a mild hypnotic state. It is a very fickle Pokemon. Platinum. It hides its spiteful tendency of hooking its claws into the nose of its trainer if it isn't fed. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. When it's happy, Glameow demonstrates beautiful movements of its tail, like a dancing ribbon. The Gen 5 Pokédex entries are Platinum's entry. X is Diamond's entry. Y is basically Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entry, but Glameow is not the correct casing. Omega Ruby is Diamond and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Y's entry. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Legends Arceus bewitches humans with its helical tail and piercing gaze. Its hidden claws are quite sharp as well, making this Pokemon an exceedingly tricky opponent if antagonized. Game locations, side game locations. Held items. In Diamond Pearl, Black 2 and White 2 has the Cherry Berry 5% of the time. In Legends Arceus, normal, it has the Castor Fern 35% of the time. Ball of Mud 15% of the time, and Grit items by level. Alpha EXP Candy S 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery 10% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 49, attack 55, defense and special attack 42, special defense 37, speed 85 for a total of 310. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak 2 fighting for double, immune to ghost, resistant to nothing. Notes that this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of ghost type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. 1. Fake Out, 5. Scratch, 8. Growl, 13. Hypnosis, 17. Aerial Ace, 20. Fury Swipes, 25. Charm, 29. Taunt, 32. Retaliate, 37. Slash, 41. Sucker Punch, 44. Attract, 48. Hone Claws, and 50. Play Rough. In Legends Arceus, at level 1, it learns Tackle and masters it at 9. At level 5, it learns Hypnosis and masters it at 14. At 10, it learns Nasty Plot and masters it at 19. At 16, it learns Slash and masters it at 26. At 23, it learns Night Slash and masters it at 33. At 31, it masters Play Rough and masters it at 42. At 40, it learns Double Edge and masters it at 52. By TM03 Water Pulse, 10 Work Up, 11 Sunny Day, 12 Taunt, 17 Protect, 18 Rain Dance, 23 Iron Tail, 24 Thunderbolt, 25 Thunder, 28 Dig, 30 Shadow Ball, 32 Double Team, 34 Shockwave, 40 Aerial Ace, 41 Torment, 42 Facade, 44 Rest, 45 Attract, 46 Thief, 58 Endure, 65 Shadow Claw, 66 Payback, 70 Flash,
77 Psych Up, 82 Sleep Talk, 85 Dream Eater, 87 Swagger, 89 U-Turn, 90 Substitute, and 93 Cut. By breeding, this group gives it Assurance, this group gives it Bite, this group gives it Fake Deers, this group gives it Flail, this group gives it Last Resort, this group gives it Quick Attack, this group gives it Sand Attack, and this group gives it Tail Whip. By tutoring, there's Nothing in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In Legends Arceus, it can get Aerial Ace, Iron Tail, Play Rough, Rest, Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Swift, Thunderbolt, and Water Pulse. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia, in the browser entry. It attacks with cutting slashes, Guardian Signs. It lets loose shockwaves to attack. Got all this. Evolution data. Glameow, level 38 per ugly. Sprite ears, so a lot darker gray. That's interesting. Yeah, that's the main difference. It's mostly just the same. Yeah, and the pink is also darker as well. Yeah, probably all the colors are darker. Then purple for the shiny. This is opposite side for platinum. The whiskers look to be a lot more even like that rather than a lot more like the back sprite rather than the front sprite on that one. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you've got this lighter gray color. In Gen 5, you get the full back sprite. Gen 6, you get the modern colors. Oh, I was not expecting this. I guess because I'm so used to it sitting. I'm not really sure I've seen standing like this. Certainly not in CGI. His legs are very long. I wasn't expecting that. In Gen 7, not really much changes. Except the ears. I don't know. I don't know if it changes the ears or if that's just like how they took the picture. Like if it goes up and down like it's like an animation like that. I don't know. In Gen 8, you get the models in this game. Homes, you get these models. Looks like a lighter purple? Is that? I guess that's been the thing since the models. Other sprites, Fluffy in Pokemon Super Contests, Glimmer in Pokemon Super Contests, and Precious in Pokemon Super Contests. So I'm assuming these are NPC Pokemon in Pokemon Super Contests. Animation, Glameow in Pokemon the series Diamond and Pearl. Johanna's Glameow is the big one. Zoe's Glameow is another big one. Got all the Pokedex entries in Diamond and Pearl, episode 11, in Ash's Pokedex. Glameow, the catty Pokemon. When angry, it flashes its claws, but it also can purr quite affectionately. Pokemon Generations, Glameow, Pokemon Generations. In the manga, Glameow and Pokemon Adventures with Johanna. This in the TCG. Trivia, Glameow is the only Pokemon that introduced or give it a new form in Gen 7, whose model was altered between Generations 6 and 7. Specifically, its ears were repositioned. So that wasn't just like an animation thing. That was like an actual mistake. Interesting. Glameow can be seen as a parallel to Stunky. Glameow is exclusive to Pokemon Pearl and White 2, while Stunky is exclusive to Pokemon Diamond and Black 2, and their evolved forms are used by Team Galactic Commanders Mars and Jupiter respectively. Also, they belong to the Field Egg group, have a 2-stage evolutionary line, and they both cannot be found in Pokemon Platinum. Origin, Glameow may be based on a domestic cat, possibly the Devon Rex, and a ribbon gymnast. Glameow's tail, which consists of a white fluff on a spring, may be based on a type of cat toy. Name origin, Glameow may be a combination of glamour and meow. Nyarmar may be a combination of nya, the sound a cat makes, and glamour. Now the languages, related articles, external links, let's move on.
Now let's watch Glameow's first scene in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching episode 467, Following a Maiden's Voyage. In this episode, we're at the beginning of the episode, we're at this house. There's the Glameow. And that is Glameow's first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's see why other people love Glameow. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so I'm started by looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with that series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Glameow. So this is CM Hikari Crossworlds by Sickzak. So this nice crossover between Pokemon and Digimon here. So we got Dawn and her Glameow, I guess dressed up like, I think there's like a Digimon based on a tiger, and so it's kind of got the little hands, and I guess the ring it probably has. And she's dressed up like this Digimon character who's dressed up like Dawn, and I guess there's this penguin Digimon that's supposed to be dressed up like Piplup. Yeah, very good art. Then we've got Glameow adopts closed by Alien Slushy. So these like 4 alternate coat stylized Glameow here. This is not yours, keeping, not yours. And we've got Glameow's stretch by F74. This cute, very stylized Glameow here. Neymar, Glameow, very good. Then we've got Glameow adopts closed by Alien Slushy. Another 4 of these, not yours. And we've got Chagraflor / Glamrim by Abc5, this fusion between a Sunshine Cherum and a Glameow here. Very well done. Art Fight 2024, A Little Stroll by Boutzel. So this cute Glameow and Riolu here. Kiwi down here, that's interesting. Very well done. And we've got Glameow and For Ugly by Sparkplug USA. So this fun, stylized Glameow and For Ugly here. I like this little springtail being exaggerated. It's very well done. Glameow Adoptables closed by Dreamer Alfie. So 4 alternate coats here. It's by a different person. I guess probably just using the same base. Very well done. This doesn't contain a Glameow, so move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Per Ugly. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.